Just when I get to relax, I get dragged into another mess.
Yuri, fate really is out to get you.
Hey, it's not all my fault. You had a role in this too.
But I never ran into gigantic monsters or got arrested by knights before I met you.
Well, things didn't go bad for me until I left the capital with Estelle.
So that means...
Drop it. Keep moving.
Right.
That huge flying monster actually talked, right? You ever heard of a monster like that?
I've never seen or heard of anything like that. I don't think anybody in the Hunting Blades has.
Man, first that thing at Cair Bakram and now this. The world's just full of surprises. I don't care how many lives you have. It wouldn't be enough to fight that thing.
Yeah, not even I feel like taking on a monster like that.
Yuri, I was a little surprised to hear that you're starting a guild.
Well, it's not like I'll be doing it all on my own.
Did Carol give you the idea?
Yeah, but I've been thinking about it myself for a while now, too. I quit the Knights to find my own way of doing things. But I hadn't done anything.
What Flynn said to you back in the port town, that got to you, didn't it?
Nothing that guy says could get to me.
He doesn't like to admit his feelings, does he? No.
Hey, you mind if I ask a question? I need to be sure of something.
What is it?
That big monster we saw? It was talking, right? Like our language.
Yes, I heard it with my own ears.
You all heard it too? I guess it wasn't my imagination after all.
Who's ever heard of a monster that speaks a human language?
Just what is that monster? The bridge collapsed from the monster's attack. I wonder if Dongrest is all right. It seems that some people were injured too.
The place was crawling with knights. I think they can handle things from here. Plus the Dons and Dongrest and all the guild members are really tough.
Flynn would catch us if we went back now, and that'd be the end of your travels.
You're right. I'll put my trust in the Imperial Knights and the guilds. I decided I'm going with you, and that's what I'm gonna do.
That moving fortress that attacked that monster was amazing! What'd you call it? Heracles?
That was a monster itself. I never knew the Imperial Knights had anything like that.
I don't know many details, but it seems it was constructed under Alexei's orders.
Without Heracles, we might all be in that flying monster's stomach about now.
Seriously, Heracles to the rescue! We picked a name, made laws, got our first job. We're a pretty respectable guild now.
But are 3 members really respectable?
Why not? The Dark Wings, the famous thieves guild, they only have 3 members too.
Quality over quantity.
Too many people get to be a headache, and I prefer a small group. But you can't follow in the Don's footsteps and defend Dongrest without a few more bodies.
Yeah, I guess. But if we just put one foot in front of the other, I know we'll be big someday.
So then you're saying we can take it easy?
No way! We gotta give this guild 110%!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Now that we have a goal and a destination, I'm so excited about continuing our journey.
This is a lot bigger than when we were just escaping the capital and chasing after Flynn. We're out to find a mysterious talking monster.
And to get over to Desier, we'll need to cross the sea again. I think the sands of Kagor will be a hot and harsh environment, too. Still, I can't help but be excited that I get to continue my journey. New landscapes we've never seen are waiting for us just past the horizon.
Well, just don't forget what we're out here for.
I know. Rapide's an honorary member of Brave Vesperia, too, isn't he?
Of course he is.
But everyone who joins the guild has to swear to uphold its laws, don't they?
Well, in his case...
What are you all worried about? Rapide knows the laws.
There've been lots of times when I just know Rapide understands what we're saying.
I know how you feel.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, how about it, Rapide?
He just went to mark his territory.
Hey, wouldn't Judith be the best person to seduce the guard?
You too, Carol? Huh. I can seduce people just fine. You're cute when you're frustrated.
I get the feeling even her personality's changing.
You travel this big old world long enough, and anybody'd change.
Don't blow it out of proportion. It's just seduction.
Maybe to you, Judith, but to our dear princess, it's one of the toughest things she's ever done.
I will seduce that guard. Just you wait.
With Judith seducing the guard, this plan can't fail.
I'll do my best to live up to your expectations, Carol.
What can I do to be like Judith?
Did you say something, Estelle?
Oh, no, just talking to myself.
Hey, there's still time, you guys. How about someone else seduce the guard?
When a man makes up his mind, he's got to see it through to the end.
And this is a guild job as well. Don't forget, all for the guild.
Oh, that is so twisting the guild's laws.
Carol, you'll be fine. You'll be the cutest little thing that knight has ever seen.
Being the cutest anything has never been one of my life goals.
You know, in knight's armor, you really do look like a knight, Yuri. You're quite handsome.
You're getting a compliment, you know. It wouldn't hurt to smile.
I'm not really crazy about this getup. I've got bad memories of Flynn laughing his head off about how silly I looked in this.
Well, I think I get how Flynn felt. It's like somebody dressed you up.
No, not at all, Yuri. It's good because it's so different from who you are.
Leave it to Yuri to be different, even in a normal suit of armor.
This is why I hate this uniform.
I'm impressed that you passed for a real knight, Carol, despite your height.
It's amazing, especially considering he wasn't wearing a full suit of armor.
That knight must have been so panicked that he didn't see anything besides your helmet.
People usually notice things like that, though, right?
Then why'd you put me up to this in the first place?
What's with you? First you're panicked, now you're laughing.
You're pretty moody yourself, Rita.
You're not really one to talk, Carol.
Just shut up.
I'm so glad we found you here. I mean, I gave up going back to the capital, so even if you had visited me, I wouldn't have been there.
Oh, how sweet, Rita. You were gonna go visit Estelle.
I wouldn't go to the capital just to visit someone. I mean, I have to report my findings on the air clinic. I just thought I'd say hi or something.
I don't know. That sounds like an excuse for a visit with Estelle to me.
You stay out of this.
Oh, come on. We're all together again. Let's just be happy about that.
That man called Jaeger certainly had a unique way of talking.
Unique isn't the word I'd use.
I had a hard time understanding some of the stuff he said.
An ancient way of speaking, lost in this day and age.
What? Are you serious?
It would at least make a good story if that were true.
Flynn was asking for Estelle to come back with him, right?
The knights can't help thinking that the best place for a princess is a castle. He's just worried that he won't be able to keep track of her.
But Estelle decided to set out on this journey on her own, and you want to respect that.
I haven't really thought about it all that much.
The knights are bound to keep following you, though, as long as Estelle's with you.
And what kind of a guild would we be if we didn't get into trouble with the knights?
I don't think fighting with the knights is actually a guild requirement.
Oh, those two scheming together.
What? You mean Kumor and Jaeger?
Yes. Maybe they saw that they had a lot in common with each other.
A lot in common?
Like being raving lunatics. Whatever the case, they made one hell of a combo.
Looking at those two made me feel totally normal.
Get a couple of nasty people together and they'll put together some nasty plans. We were right to let Flynn deal with it before things got really out of hand.
That settles it. Our guild is off and running.
What settles what?
Our guild's gonna be called Brave Vesperia. Estelle came up with it for us.
Brave Vesperia, huh? Don't tell me you actually got Estelle to become a member.
No, it's just the three of us for now. I'm the boss, and then there's Yuri and Judith too. What do you think? Pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, it's amazing. They actually let you be the boss.
We just started out and we're already working with one of the 5 master guilds. This is good.
Yeah, you're one step closer to making your dream a reality, Carol. Aren't you happy?
You talking to the kid? He's over there mumbling about something.
Merman. The first thing had to be Merman. Brave Vesperia has some bad luck. What's the president of Fortune's Market gonna think of us if we fail? This is bad. This is so bad.
I don't think he's very happy.
He's just being careful, that's all.
That's not being careful. That's running and hiding.
Do you think the others are all right?
You should probably worry a little more about how we're doing. There's no telling what might happen on a boat this sketchy.
You say that, but you sound like you're enjoying all this. Maybe that's why I don't feel all that scared myself.
Oh man, this isn't gonna be half as fun if you're not properly terrified.
Fun?
Never mind.
Hey, wait up, Yuri! We should slow down and try to keep quiet.
Yeah, but I can't walk with you right on my back, Captain.
No, it's good. I can walk fine. It's no trouble.
No, I said you make it hard for me to walk.
Right, so I said I'm not having any trouble walking.
No, listen. All right, whatever.
It looked quite sinister from the outside, but nothing interesting has happened so far.
Yeah, seriously. Looks like all my hunches were off.
Hunches?
I was kind of hoping for something, but you aren't scared at all.
Oh, so I should be saying things like, "Aw, save me, Yuri," and grabbing onto you?
It's no fun if you tell me up front you're gonna do it. Forget it.
That's too bad. It sounded like fun.
So, what possessed you to bring old Raven along?
Huh? I just figured you'd come in handy, I guess.
You know, you just ain't too bright. It's the perfect chance for some alone time with the ladies. What's the fun in having two guys here? Ah, I'm scared! Help! Never fear, kitten. Daddy's right here. That's the way these things are supposed to go down.
If we run into any trouble, I'm using you to save my own skin. Got it?
Huh? So that's how I come in handy? A decoy?
I'm worried about the others, of course, but this place is scary. Let's make this quick.
I'm pretty nervous, but I'd feel awful if anything happened to the others. We have to go save them. All right, let's do this.
They insisted on going to play on the creepy boat, so here I am stuck going after them. When I find them, oh, they're gonna wish they had died.
I'm actually kind of glad I have an excuse to explore the ghost ship. It's not every day you get a chance to have this much fun.
Oh, man. What a pain. I don't want to do this. I mean, they'll come out on their own eventually, right? Whoa. What was that? Man, there's something spooky in the air around here.
See how much better it is when we're all together?
It's times like these that give you a sense for how important cooperation really is.
Yeah, I guess. The runt said something smart for once.
Not that we've done anything all that cooperative yet.
That's all right. Just being together makes this place less frightening.
I wonder if it's really that simple. Ah! It's a four-legged hell beast!
Ah!
Oops, my bad. Must have just been the pooch's shadow.
Oh, you are so dead! I'm gonna kill you and leave you haunting this ship! It looks like the case holding the clear CL crystal just won't open. I wish we could make sure it's actually in there, considering the sort of place we found it in.
Couldn't you just bust it open with your magic?
No, I can't.
Right. If we damaged the contents, we wouldn't be able to make the delivery.
No, I mean I already tried blowing it up. This little box is tougher than it looks.
I'm at a loss for words.
Forget it, Estelle. There's not much you can say to that.
Anyway, I suppose it makes sense to put something so important in an unbreakable box.
Just what sort of person is this Bellius exactly?
Well, that's just it. I've heard the name often enough, but I've never met the person.
Carol, do you know?
I've only lived in Dawngrest, so I don't really know the guilds in Nordopolica.
The last thing we need is another Dawn on our hands.
You can say that again. One Don is plenty.
I can hardly wait to meet Bellius now.
Damn that Reggae.
What could he possibly want with that case?
Well, our genius mage's magic was kind of weird. He must have thought it was linked to that box.
Then you think Reggae knows what's in the box?
The only way we'll find out is by going after him.
If he stole it knowing what was inside, then he must know what the clear CL crystal can do.
If we catch him, we might learn something about Jormungand.
Okay, now we definitely can't let him get away.
Yes, we don't have a moment to lose.
And here I thought all we'd be doing at the Colosseum was beating bad guys. Now things have gone and gotten complicated.
I certainly didn't think we'd be seeing Flynn here.
Not to mention that Zoggy guy.
And that runaway coward Reggae, too. It can't be a coincidence, not with them all here at once.
If it is a coincidence, it's the worst one I've ever heard of. Just how bad can our luck be?
You think Leviathan's Claw are the ones calling the shots this time?
Thinking things through is all well and good, but we don't want Reggae skipping out on us.
No kidding. We'll finish talking later. Let's go.
Monster that consumes air?
Just what was that creature?
It did seem different from other monsters somehow.
Yeah, that's for sure. It also looked like it was staring at us.
Maybe it was wondering which of us to eat first.
It looked into my eyes for quite a long time, actually.
How nice for you. He must have thought you looked the tastiest.
I don't think I'd call that nice.
I never would have guessed there would be an air crane in the Wheezin of Kados.
I guess nobody passing through ever noticed it.
It must not have been putting out enough air until now for anyone to feel the effects.
It sure picked the perfect time to start going crazy. That was a serious pain.
Well, I was able to log a new discovery, so it worked out in the end.
Yeah, so glad you enjoyed yourself.
I'm still trying to get my head around the fact that Reggae was Jaeger's alter ego.
This spells out the connection between Ruin's Gate and Leviathan's Claw pretty clearly, and that Jaeger was the boss of both guilds.
Isn't it kind of early to say that for sure? It is possible that the Reggae we met was just Jaeger putting on a show. Maybe the real Reggae's off in some ruin someplace, just digging away, happy as a clam.
We're gonna have a hell of a time if it's really that complicated.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just puzzling over it a little too hard.
We'll have to keep at it until we get to the bottom of this mess. I wouldn't think the Knights would bother coming all the way out to a border town like this. More power to them if they're really here to defend the public order, or whatever, but something tells me there's more to it than that.
This town's only on the edge of the desert, but the heat still got my head spinning.
Youngsters these days got no stamina, I tell you.
Whoa! No comeback from Rita.
It's hot. It's so hot.
I think she's so hot she didn't even hear him.
We keep going and going, but all we get is more sand and more blue sky.
You're doing better than me if you can look at the sky, Raven. The only thing I see is sand.
How come an old fart like you has so much energy anyway?
Talking's only gonna wear you out. If one of us goes down, it'd be about all we could manage to get them back to safety. And I, for one, am in no mood to be giving out piggyback rides.
If I collapse, Raven, you can carry me.
Sorry, but this back's reserved for ladies only.
I'll die before I collapse.
I won't let myself be a burden either.
The same goes for me, of course.
Hey, there's no reason to go stomping on an old man's feelings, is there?
Alf and Layla's parents don't seem to be anywhere.
And with the desert as brutal as all this, odds are they're not holding up too well.
Thanks, old man. This hot-as-hell desert was missing a looming sense of dread.
How could Kimura just abandon people out here because they got on his nerves?
Seriously, let's hurry up and find those kids' parents while we still have some strength left.
Right.
What was the deal with that weird monster we ran into in the sands of Kogor?
Just the thought of it still sends chills down my spine.
Was that thing even alive?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it wasn't anything like other creatures that make their home in the desert.
Huh. Another astute observation from Captain Carroll.
Whatever it was, I hope we never see it again.
Me too.
So after all we went through to cross the desert, we can't meet Pharaoh.
And after you've all risked your lives to help me.
Maybe it's better that we didn't find him after all.
Yeah, if we had to fight him now, we probably wouldn't make it out.
Think about it though, Pharaoh can fly. He's free to be pretty much anywhere at any time. Tracking him down will be a tall order unless he's got a lair somewhere in the area.
No one's saying that meeting him will be impossible.
We might get some information if we ask around in the town.
You're right. Thank you, both of you.
Can a clear CL crystal really be used to make a barrier?
If they could, and we had enough, we'd be able to make as many barriers as we wanted.
Then even areas that suffer frequent monster attacks could be assured safety.
Yeah, but if it were possible, wouldn't something like that have happened by now?
Maybe it's best not to get our hopes up about it then.
Ever the realist, I see.
All I'm doing is speculating on the most probable outcome.
Actually, I think that's what being a realist means. Duke certainly has an air of mystery about him.
I thought he was pretty cold. Would it have killed him to listen to us a little?
Maybe he was caught off guard. He did just kind of show up out of nowhere.
Did one of us say anything rude to him?
Probably you, Rita. Ha! Ow! Hey! No hitting!
I wonder if he's always lived here in Jormungand.
Who knows? I didn't get the feeling he'd been here all that long, though.
Duke is pretty weird, but this whole town is pretty weird, too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Using your power to terrorize people. There's not a soul in the lower quarter that evil. You've gone too far this time, Q-More.
Things are bound to improve here in Mantake, now that Flynn's liberated the town.
They did allow the ringleader to escape, though.
Q-More? Flynn will catch him in no time, right, Yuri?
Oh yeah, sure he will.
Is something wrong? He looked troubled.
Estelle's not her usual perky self either.
That's not true. I'm as happy as you all are that Mantake's been freed.
If you say so.
Your friend is quite talented, considering the ease with which he saved Mantake.
Who, Flynn? That was nothing for him.
You know him really well, don't you, Yuri?
Well, we've hung around together since we were kids.
You don't hang around together much anymore, though.
Yuri? Only the Empire has enough power to cut off all the ways in and out of a whole town.
Well, the Guild's power is totally different. The Union would never try something like this.
It's the Empire's style, crush problems with everything they've got. What are they after? Who do they think they are, sealing off all the roads like this?
I think the answer to that lies in Nordopolica. We should hurry before we're caught.
If the air Krene was disturbed by...
Did you figure anything out?
It's still too early to say. I've got some leads, but it's nothing I can be sure of yet.
Well, make sure and let us know when you've nailed it down.
I will.
All right, let's head out.
And it'll probably involve you.
I thought the Knights were the ones who had business in Nordopolica.
I never would have guessed we'd end up running into the hunting blades.
What are they all doing here?
Don't know exactly, but you can be sure it's got to do with Bellius.
Could it be that the Knights, Flynn, came because of Bellius as well?
We'll have to ask the Duce. For now, though, we gotta see if we can get things under control.
Bellius, how could something like this happen?
There was still so much we needed to ask.
Yeah. Think of all the knowledge that only an Entelakea would have.
Not to mention her perspective as the Duce of Palestrale. Why couldn't we have met her sooner?
Yuri...
I knew Judy's secret would get out someday, but not like this. A little heads up would have been nice. I don't know what to think about anything anymore. I was okay with taking out bad people on my own. I couldn't tell the others. Not before with Estelle, and not now. I gotta face up to the choices I've made. It's been weighing on Carol, too. Who knows what'll happen to brave Vesperia? The town's quiet now, but it could get ugly quick.
Yeah, well, we've seen our fair share of ugliness.
Not like this, we haven't. Do you think Palestrale is just gonna take Bellius' death lying down?
The Don's grandson is wrapped up in this, too. I guess they can't just let things slide. The guilds sure make a big deal about their rules and settling their scores.
Exactly.
What a pain. I don't get it at all.
We're kinda caught up in this ourselves, you know. Just be ready if things go bad.
I know.
If the Don really did go meet with Jaeger, what could the reason have been? And why would he go alone?
It's not to deepen the ties of their friendship, that's for sure. It was probably because he didn't want his subordinates to get wrapped up in the mess.
Well, that's just one more example of how much the guilds love doing things the hard way. Upholding every rule, settling every score. Is it all really that important?
Hey, if we're going after the Don, now's the time. We can have special sharing time later. I never would have guessed we'd have to chase down the Don and then go make Judith talk. It looks like the hunting blades are on the move too.
I want to know how Leviathan's Claw managed to get that information. I'm sure there's something they're after.
Judith.
I know you're worried, let's just deal with what's right in front of us for now.
Right. Let's look for the Dawn.
Now my hands have killed someone I never wanted to kill. Dawn, that feeling still hasn't left my hands. You really were a piece of work, old man. The hunting blades again?
We didn't just cross paths this time. We're after the same thing. We just might have to fight.
If it does come to that, you guys don't have to worry about me. But we can't keep Judith waiting. Let's go!
Carol.
Our boy's growing up.
Yeah,
Isn't there some way we can avoid fighting the hunting blades?
I hope so. It's pretty much up to them.
Yup.
Man, the Great War. I mean, leaving a gaping hole where a mountain used to be.
I still can't believe how much power the Antilocheia must have had.
How could the humans fight beings that powerful and not get demolished? I just don't get it.
Indeed. The Great War may still hold secrets we haven't uncovered yet.
Yeah, but the war's over now. It can't have anything to do with us, right?
I hope so, but... we still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but... she sure caused the Guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on our own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
All right, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power is extraordinary, even among the Antilocheia.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
I wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri. All that stuff about the balance of the world is pretty hard to take in.
Yeah, I hadn't even been outside the capital until just a while ago myself. And now we're here talking about the fate of the world. You never know what life will bring you.
But isn't that what makes it interesting?
I don't think we can afford to be that relaxed anymore. Estelle doesn't have much time left.
What's the harm? It's not as if acting all serious is gonna solve anything.
Besides, Estelle will notice if we look all worried.
Well, maybe so, but
We won't forget what Pharaoh said. Relax.
I know, it's just...
Estelle's got it the worst. If we get too down about this, we won't be much help to her. Carol, were you thinking by yourself this whole time about what to do with Judy?
Yeah, it was pretty much all I thought about after we left Nordopolica. That, and about what you did to Rago and Cumor.
Really? It's nice to hear you thought about me that much, even when I wasn't around.
Yeah, I wasn't sure at first. What was right, what was wrong. I think I have the Dawn to thank for setting me straight. Without the Dawn's last words, I never would have found answers to the questions I had.
You gotta stand on your own 2 feet.
Yeah, I was thinking about what that meant. And before I knew it, I wasn't thinking about what was right. I was thinking about what I want to do.
And that helped you decide what to do with the Guild.
Yeah, so here's to fresh starts.
Yeah,
To fresh starts.
So, is Miorzo here?
I wonder.
I get the feeling it won't be easy to find.
Nobody we talked to had even heard of a town called Miorzo.
you'd expect to see more activity in this place if anybody knew there was a town here.
The difficulty of the road might be responsible for that, though.
Man, why'd the Critians have to go and build a town in a place like this anyway?
Probably to avoid a lot of prying eyes.
We're just gonna have to check it out for ourselves to make sure then.
Stay close behind me, Estelle. My magic will protect you if they attack with the Hoplon Blastia.
But you'd be putting yourself in danger, Rita.
We're all in danger, so relax. Or maybe you don't believe I can do it.
No. I'm just worried about you.
Well, I'm worried about you.
Those two sure have come a long way.
Their little fights were fun, though. Oh well, I guess this way's healthier for everyone.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hey, Peanut Gallery! Shut up, or we'll leave you behind.
She's still got a couple of rough spots to work on, though. The Cridians are different than I imagined.
Oh man, I totally agree.
What's so different?
You know, more like... I thought they'd be more like you, Judith.
Yeah, I'm seeing far less skin than I expected. I mean, come on!
So that's what the two of you were looking forward to?
What are you looking at me for? I was talking about her personality.
Seriously, let's have some decency here.
Is it me, or are you a little disappointed too, Yuri?
It's you.
Ah, man.
Everything the Elder said is true, isn't it?
His interpretation of the murals might not be perfect, but with all he told us, it was very convincing.
We knew this was a global problem once we talked to Pharaoh. He granted us time because he knew how we would react when we saw this.
He probably wanted to show us humanity ain't cut out to handle the situation.
And to make us give up on Estelle.
So everything's just going according to Pharaoh's plan, then? I will not let that happen! Never! I won't give up on her. I never should have left Estelle alone. Maybe I couldn't have done anything, but I should have stayed with her. She was so depressed.
You're not responsible for this. Beating yourself up over it won't bring her back.
I know.
And what happened to Raven?
He was acting a little strange.
Do you think they're working together?
I really doubt they'd both disappear at the same time.
But why just the two of them?
Don't make me start questioning your loyalties, Raven.
Just who does that idiot Commandant think he is?
Barbos, Rigaud, even Jaeger. Alexei was behind all of them.
And now he's taken Estelle!
I won't let him do this!
I am gonna rip him to shreds the moment we get Estelle away from him!
He must receive his due punishment. We can't let him get away.
He's evil. It's all there is to it. And he will not change. It's time for some payback. If we don't go after Alexei, that Antilakea we saw is gonna wind up in Apatheia.
Even from this far away, Estol's wounds look terrible. He might not hold out much longer.
I guess not even the Antilakea are a match for Heracles.
Maybe that was Alexei's reason for building it in the first place.
Naturally. There's no way he'd need something that powerful just to take care of the guilds.
Whatever the case, we have to catch Alexei and stop him before it's too late for a stall.
Dane Nomos, the child of the full moon, the resolve that impressed Pharaoh? Just who the hell is this Duke guy?
Well, judging from what he says, it seems he's in contact with Pharaoh.
And he has the sword Prince Yoder's been looking for. I don't like this.
Yeah, but why would he just lend us something as important as Dane Nomos? I thought he was stubborn, but maybe he's actually willing to listen to reason.
I wouldn't get my hopes up about that.
Don't we have more pressing concerns to worry about?
Yeah, let's hurry.
I'll save Estelle next time. I swear it. I couldn't stand seeing her hurt more than she already has been.
Rita.
It's Estelle who's suffering. So then why do I hurt so much too?
We'll get her next time.
Yeah, we'll save her. I've had enough of seeing her used as Alexei's puppet.
I can't believe Raven was an Imperial Knight. A captain. And his body. I guess I didn't know a single thing about him. But he still protected us.
He'd be happy to know you were thinking that. And that's all the more reason we can't turn back now.
Right. He risked his life so we could see this through to the end.
Yeah.
Let's do it! Let's save Estelle!
First, Alexei lost Flynn. Now he lost you too, Raven. That's gotta hurt the strength of his precious knights.
I don't know. He's still got his own personal royal guard with him, you know. Those guys are fiercely loyal to him. They'll never betray him.
You mean they still trust him? What could they possibly see in that piece of crap?
Well, Alexei wasn't a piece of crap when he got his start.
Huh?
It was his responsibility to bring peace to the world. That's a heavy load for anyone.
That's enough. The less I know about him, the easier I'll cut him.
Now that's the Yuri I know.
It's not my place to comment on your friendships, but
What is it, Judy?
I think it'd be a good idea if you cut your ties with this Soggy character.
I've been hacking away at them since we first met, believe me.
Where'd you run into such a unique individual? He seems to be a pretty stubborn fan.
In the castle, right before I left the capital behind. Flynn was supposedly his original target, but before I knew it, he got sort of fixated on me.
It can't be easy having such a crazy admirer.
Tell me about it. That's the kind of love I can do without.
What's Jaeger thinking? It's almost like he's trying to help us.
Well, he said himself that he didn't want the Empire becoming too powerful.
Then maybe it's safe to take him at his word. He lays that whole nut job act on pretty thick, but he is in the business of selling weapons.
And if the Empire was on top and the world was at peace, well, nobody would need any weapons.
That would make sense.
So he's trying to drag the fighting out as long as he can. And that's no good for anybody.
I won't let him get away with it.
Yeah.
That was a close call.
I did not want to watch the lower quarter get destroyed right in front of me.
We owe your friend a debt of thanks.
He's not too subtle, though. He went ahead with his knights and all of us still in here.
Flynn would do just about anything to defend the capital. And he'd use his own body to shield everyone else. That's his thing.
Kid's got more nerve than I gave him credit for.
What'd you expect? He's Yuri's friend. Estelle said something just before her power was fully activated, didn't she? What do you think she was trying to say?
Sorry, old Raven didn't catch it.
Yuri?
Baul.
Will Baul's wounds heal quickly?
My, is that concern I hear in your voice?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been asking too much of him, really.
It will take some time, but he should recover. He's quite a fighter, you know.
Oh, good.
So don't worry, okay, Rita?
All right, I just... Hey! I'm the one giving out the sympathy here.
You really must learn to control that temper.
It's total chaos and panic no matter where you look.
People were just living normally, and then the capital winds up like this all of a sudden. Heracles' cannon even changed the land itself.
Not really a situation where you can just tell people to calm down.
Nobody's gonna accept his rule with this mess going on. Alexei, what the hell are you thinking?
Rule by terror, maybe?
Whether he can control the people or not, the world is headed for a crisis if this keeps up.
But just try telling people about the air and the catastrophe it'll cause. They won't understand. We're the only ones who know. So that means it's up to us.
This is gonna be rough. What is it, Raven?
You first, kid. What are you moaning about?
I feel kind of weird. Like there's a pressure on my chest.
What do you know? I'm right there with you.
It may be some light air sickness. The amount of air in the world is growing. It's easier to affect you. Many people may soon begin to feel it.
I hadn't thought of that. It's gonna get tougher. Just to get by, huh?
So, we're coming up on the end then. Carol, why'd you have to go and be a hero?
Seriously, when is that kid gonna learn to be a good boy and act his age?
I've never seen him show courage like that. I swear I lost a year off my life just watching him.
Well, we almost lost our entire lives, so we owe him one.
But that was just crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I know. We have to watch him and make sure he doesn't do anything crazy again.
Yeah, I'm through losing precious years of my life to that boy's antics.
They're actually agreeing for once.
We all share a pride in what Carol did for us, each in our own way.
It just comes a little easier for some of us.
If we want news of the situation in the capital, wouldn't going to Halur be the safest bet?
Good call. Not only do they have a barrier, we can rest while we're there.
Well, if that's that, then let's get moving. I'm damn near frozen to the bone as it is.
It's actually nice to be back. It all started with trying to recover that Aquablastia. Couldn't have guessed then we'd be heading out on a trip that spanned the globe. Don't worry, Rapide. I'm the same guy now that I was then. It isn't me. It's the situation that's changed. Yeah. It's just a new set of circumstances.
A double sigh?
Knock it off.
We have to make up our minds about Estelle. From what people who fled from the capital said, it's probably already too late.
Stop it, don't say that.
I think Yuri has decided where he stands already.
How would you know that?
You mean, the reason he tried to go alone was...
We have to make up our minds, too.
I know what we have to do, but still.
Hey,
What's up, old man?
I want to hear what you're planning. You know, about Estelle. We're all floating in the same boat, right? Care to share?
I'm not sure I won't lose my nerve if I start talking about it now. You're just gonna have to bear with me till the time comes.
You're prepared to do what's necessary, but you haven't given up hope.
That about sums it up.
I guess that's your style. But don't try to take it all on by yourself, all right?
It's weird hearing kind words from you, Raven.
True enough.
The capital's like this, and Estelle's power's been released. The world might be done for.
Oh, the gloom! Rita, darling, how can you be so gloomy?
Okay, first, never call me darling. Second, excuse me for not being as optimistic as you.
Hey now, old Raven's not without his own worries.
Oh, really?
Sure, but what's the point of getting all down? We're doing all we can to make this work out, right? You just gotta believe in yourself. Wait, that's basically a Rita trademark, ain't it?
Okay, fine, you're right. Oh, how could I let you outsmart me?
There now, there's hope for the world yet. As long as our little genius doesn't lose that attitude.
Isn't this great? Now everyone in the lower quarter is safe.
Yeah. Now all that's left is crushing Alexei and saving Estelle.
You must be so proud that your men are finally doing some actual work.
I've tried to tell you, I don't have any men.
How can someone respected by so many be so cold to his friends?
All right, Raven's starting to think he's had about enough of these shenanigans.
So now we've got the gang back together.
I'm so glad to be with you all again.
Same here.
You must take care not to strain yourself.
You know, one step at a time.
Huh? What's up?
I think Rapide just welcomed me back.
No, Rapide's already off over there.
Should have seen that coming.
It looks like Baol is back to his old self.
There's plenty of air for him to absorb. He seems to have used it to heal his wounds.
For all the trouble Alexei's caused, he's helping us out in some unexpected ways.
That's not gonna get him off the hook, though.
He can go wherever he likes. With Baul to help us, there's no place we can't follow. I'd like to know one thing before we begin this battle. Just how strong is this Commandant?
I heard he earned his knighthood when he won a royal tournament during the previous emperor's reign.
I got to cross swords with him once, and I didn't last more than 3 minutes.
So then he's really, really strong.
And don't forget, he's surrounded by his royal guard.
None of this sounds very promising.
Hey, we've got De Nomos, don't we?
Besides, we've been through all kinds of stuff together on this journey.
Yeah, we're tighter than any kind of guard, royal or not.
All right, so say we handle the royal guard. It's still a coin toss in the end.
I guess we'll never be too prepared when it comes to facing Alexei.
Right. We'll have to give it everything we've got.
So Pharaoh's been absorbing air too. Is he trying to restabilize it?
We owe him one for keeping the fight up this long.
No, I don't think that's it. My guess is he's taking in all that air to disable Zaude's power source.
That way he'll be able to mess with Alexei's plans, right?
Right. Right, Judith?
Who? Me? And what was the question?
Never mind.
It'll be easy if we can just get inside. We'll stop everything in one shot.
Wish it were that easy, kid, but we'll be up to our ears in traps and royal guards.
Gotta admire his confidence.
Do you really mean that?
Pharaoh, please be okay.
With all the henchmen he's got, why would Jaeger come alone?
Well, he did have his 2 lady friends with him.
Though they didn't attack us.
Who knows? Maybe he thought dying would be the easiest way to solve his problems.
What do you mean?
I'm not too sure myself. Guess there's no looking back now.
We're taking Alexei down. It's that simple.
We can't let the world become any more chaotic than it already is.
It's up to us to stop him.
Everything we've done is for this moment.
Every one of us is ready for whatever may happen. Let's do this!
Rago's gone, the new magistrate's here, Nor Harbor's so much better. It's not fair.
Yeah, I'm sure Estelle would love to see this.
We better hurry up and rescue her then, and bring her back here with us.
She did make a promise to Polly, too.
And breaking that promise would go against the laws of brave Vesperia.
Punish the unjust. Yeah, we'll just have to come back once we've saved Estelle.
If Emmede Hill is blocked off, none of the people stuck in the capital will be able to escape.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like they can fly.
If the air in the skies above the capital keeps increasing, all living things will be in danger.
And if we let that happen, we won't be able to go near the capital ourselves.
All the more reason to stop talking and start moving.
I wonder if the world will benefit if Prince Yoder becomes emperor.
Who knows?
What kind of weak answer is that? I thought you'd be at least a little optimistic.
Well, he'll have Flynn around. That should help things a little.
But only a little?
I'm not so wide-eyed and innocent to think that major change is going to happen overnight.
That sounds like you, all right.
We've seen plenty of Blastia so far. This one's in a different class altogether.
If this was made at the end of the Garayo civilization, it may contain clues to all their technology.
Chances are pretty good if the building we saw in that relief in Myorzo is actually Zaude.
So is there a connection between the Cataclysm and the Autophagos?
If it does come from the end of the Garayo civilization, maybe it can turn back the Autophagos.
I wonder if that's why they carved the relief. It all adds up, but I keep going back to Pharaoh's words.
About disturbing Zaude? Thinking about it isn't likely to get us anywhere. We just have to go on. When someone as strong as Pharaoh tells you not to go messing with Zaude, it makes you wonder.
I wish he'd use regular words when he talked, though.
Definitely. If it's really all that dangerous, you'd think he'd want to make himself clear.
Maybe it was something Pharaoh had difficulty expressing in his own way. He did take the time to warn us. That shows at least some concern for our well-being, right?
You mean that maybe he's warmed up to us a bit?
Yes.
Carol, just what sort of place is the Blade Drifts of Zofair?
Well, I've never been there myself, but I've heard the entire place is covered in a sheet of ice. Nan told me this was the best season for hunting monsters there, because the ice is thickest. The monsters there sound pretty tough, too.
Covered in a sheet of ice, huh? I'm getting the chills just hearing about it.
Will it be a problem that we haven't made any special preparations?
No matter how cold it is, it'll be better than the heat of the sands of Kagor, right?
I don't know about better, but we're running out of time. We'll have to go in as we are.
Sure you're all right after your little one-man crusade?
Huh? I guess. I mean, I feel okay for now.
How unlike you to worry about Carol, Rita.
It's not that I'm worried about him,
We can't show up with injuries when we're going to rescue a princess who has to heal everybody.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
If you say so. You've been looking all around for a while now. You looking out for somebody?
What? No.
There's no point trying to hide it. Your eyes have been wandering all over the place.
All right, you got me. With all the people from the capital, I haven't seen anybody from the lower quarter.
You're concerned for them, aren't you? That's nothing to be ashamed of.
I just figured we've got enough to worry about as it is.
You think he could stand to be a little less cold and prickly all the time? I mean, I know he's worried about the lower quarter, and we all want to wring Alexei's neck, but still.
Oh, I'd say it's all right from time to time.
What's all right about it?
The fact that he acts like this, knowing the tension it causes, is a sign that he's softened. The old Yuri would never have let us see that he was upset about something.
It's hard to stay emotional when your friends analyze you like you weren't even there.
This town's weird. It's in the middle of the desert, but look at all the plants.
It sort of reminds me of Mantake.
Yeah, but there is something different.
Really?
There may be more here than meets the eye. Maybe the truth is hidden away.
Leave it to Judith to put things into perspective.
The better the intuition, the more you see.
Hey, I have intuition.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Intellikeia.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Rapide?
Yuri, you want to talk to Rapide?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
So Area Lumen is something Gusio's created.
Right. I remember seeing a similar crystal back at Care Bakram.
Yeah, you were pretty absorbed in that thing.
The Rita radar never lets any objects of interest go undetected.
Oh, I forgot. If Gusios undergoes spirit conversion, I won't be able to investigate him.
There goes the Rita radar.
Don't get carried away now.